Rusty Reed. He is the play-by-play voice for the Shelbyville Golden Eagles. They lost a heartbreaker tonight to Stewart's Creek, and Rusty, the injury bug has really hit Shelbyville at a bad time, hasn't it?
Well, I guess it has. I don't know. I mean, we lost our starting center again tonight, Trey Kelso. He's a vital part of that offensive line for Shelbyville. He got hurt 2 weeks ago against Lincoln County. Didn't play last week against Independence. Played maybe part of the first quarter, and then he was out. Michael Eddings took some big hits tonight, and he wound up off and on throughout the rest of the ball game. So, you get to week 9, people start looking like mass units, and right now that's kind of where we're at.
I talked to Coach Hardy on Saturday when I went over there to watch the Harris game, and he was talking about how that he was just so thin up front. It's got to be. I noticed that Eddings was also caught a pass or something tonight, didn't he? Didn't he spend some time as a receiver?
Yeah, he did. I mean, we would run him out of the backfield, and I can't remember what he had as far as receiving goes. I know he had 149 yards on the ground, but just not enough in the end. Things started out great for Shelbyville. We jumped out 14-0, and defense holding strong on the spread offense, which is not something normal that you see from Stewart's Creek, and they spread it out, and we shut that down pretty handily. And then they got to rotating in and out from the wing tee and going back to the spread, and just totally got us off balance. And they were able to score, I think, on their last 7 possessions. So
wow,
yeah.
that's hard to handle right there. Dennis Weaver, Josh Peterson talking to Rusty Reed of WLIJ Jacks Radio on the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show.
3 tough wins in a row for Shelbyville, Rusty, and after starting off 5-0, and really when you look at those scores, you look at what those other teams have been able to do, 34, 46, 49. People don't necessarily always point to the defensive side of the ball, but Shelbyville's having trouble stopping folks, aren't they?
Yeah, right now we are. We're on our heels quite a bit, and there again, we're just like a lot of these other teams. Coach already made the comment at the half going into the locker room. When he was talking with us on the air, it's like he's got 5th string lining in right now, and it's tough. It's tough right now, and of course, we've gotten ourselves into a situation where it's almost like we don't know how to win the ball game again. And hopefully we can get that worked out in the next 2 weeks. We call it a big break tonight with Lincoln County getting beat, but we couldn't take care of the business we needed to take care of.
All right, Rusty, let's look ahead a little bit here for you. Shelbyville next week, and I lost my play. They go to Columbia. Columbia took it on the chin tonight. You may catch a team that's either real hungry or going through the paces.
Yeah, no kidding. They started out this season, and that's a televised game.
Yeah.
That's going to be about as exciting as a rerun of Facts of Life. That's not probably what they had in mind at the beginning of the season when they laid this game out to be a televised game. That Columbia would be where they are and Shelbyville where they are. Of course, granted, we're still 5-3, but we've fallen from third, or we've fallen to third in the district now, and it's or in the region. So it's going to be a big game for both teams, and unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, it shouldn't be that way, but it's going to be a big game for both teams next week.
All right, Rusty, we appreciate it as always. We will we'll talk to you again real soon. Okay.
That sounds great. You guys have a great rest of the night and good weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
All righty. That is Rusty Reed joining us on the Cook Neon Hotline here on the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show.